Sometimes you gotta have a pimp's touch.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Jeff Johnson, alias Jackamoe. Niggas in the hood call me Jock from the block, 148th Street, Nillers.
Before there was Piru, what did you guys call yourself?
We was Campanella Park Boys.
And where does the name come from?
From Roy Campanella was a baseball player, played for the Dodgers. I believe he was a catcher. One of the first black, ball players that made a name for himself.
Where's the park located at?
The park is located in Compton, the west side of Compton, off of Stanford, better known as Bompton.
What was your original boundaries when you guys was Park Boys?
Our boundaries was pretty much Rosecrans and Central to Avalon, from to Compton Boulevard and Stanford. That was back then when we first started. Now our boundaries, man, it's like, right now, Campanella Park is one of the biggest blood gangs in Compton.
Who came up with the name from the park?
The
Park Boys, who formed that?
Basically, man, it started in elementary school, man. Me and my boy Hobart, and DT, Black S, RG, Ronnie. It was us, man. It wasn't but about 5 or 6 of us, that was really kicking the name up, for ourselves and stuff.
Oh, you guys hung out in the park?
Every day. That was our spot. That was us. That was our park. That belonged to us.
About how many of y'all was it?
It was, the active Park Boys, man, it was like 5 of us, man. It was me, Ronnie, Hobart, DT, Black S, Linwood, Lil Whiteside, JoJo, and Bay Ray, Cookie Man. Them was all Park Boys, you know what I mean? But the active Park Boys was me, Hobart, Black S, Ronnie, and Woo.
Where did the Piru come from? How did y'all get involved with the Pirus?
Well, basically, how we got involved with Piru, I've been knowing Piru, man, from day one, man, from elementary school, you know what I'm saying? I knew, I had a cousin stayed over there around the corner from Piru on 134th. And I knew all the Rude Boys by going to Vanguard Junior High School. We played football against each other with Enterprise Park Boys, over there by Enterprise Park, which was called the family. It was always family, everybody treated each other like family over there. And then it was Piru right there, with the homies from the Rue. So when we went from Park Boys to Rue Boys, if that's what you asked me, we went from Park Boys to Rue Boys when Ralph Carter and Lil Vince came up to the park on mini bikes, man, and they asked me, they told me they wasn't rolling with the Blue, and they wasn't having it with the Crips, man, so where do we stand? So I stood with my homies, we all grew together, so of course I'm gonna stand with the West Side. It was all West Side of Compton. So, the Crips was coming from LA. And no way in the world I'm gonna roll with LA when I'm from the west side of Compton. So, it was quite natural that when the Lil Vince and Ralph and Scotty, when them niggas approached with it, I'm on the team.
So they came to your hood and asked y'all to join?
They came, yeah. They came to the hood.
Now, about this Crip thing, was AC Baba Louie the only the only Crip on Piru?
AC, man, Ah, man, AC, I don't even know really where to begin with this cat, man. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to cause no rift with him. It really don't even matter, man, but, you know, once a Crip, always a Crip. You know? Piru was always Piru.
But when he came over there, Pirus and Crips was like at a truce. There wasn't no beef yet, was it?
When
I mean, did the elder Pirus have a problem with the Crips?
oh yeah, they did. The elders did. It was older Pirus, way older than me, man. Piru was Piru from the start. It never was no, you know, Piru Crip, man. It was Piru, and they had a truce with them, which only lasted like for about a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because they was, from my impression, man, the Crips was who ride everywhere. They was taking over like, you know, like a storm. Nigga, everywhere they went, they was, you know, kicking up chaos and shit. So when they started coming to Compton, some of the homies on the road, the older heads on the road said they weren't having it. They was coming up to Centennial to turn Centennial out, you know? So when they came, the shit hit the fan, you know? And then like Raymond Washington and all them, they would be visiting all the little town cross record hops and stuff, you know what I'm saying? When they came up to Campanella, we didn't have no problem with them though. You know, we was Park Boys, we got along, you know, with them. And everybody got along at one time, but it didn't last long, you know what I mean? Because speaking for myself, man, I really wasn't about that. When you're hearing about them jumping on niggas like Urkel, beating him to death over a leather coat, you know, me personally wasn't feeling that. And a lot of brothers felt the same way, you know what I mean? It wasn't a lot of us, but, you know, somebody had to stand up, and the Roo did. So, you know what I mean? It went from like 30 to pretty much worldwide.
When the Lions first began to form, what was the first sets to join?
The first set, man, okay, it was Piru straight off the top, and then after that, Campanella was like simultaneously, you know what I mean? And then after that, I believe it was 151 Block, Fruittown, West Park, I don't even know if they still exist, West Park for a minute, and then Ludus Park, you know, Cedar Block, Elm Street, you know, there's a few blocks in between there, you know what I'm saying? But from the very beginning, it was only three. It was West Side, 151, Fruittown, Campanella, and original West Side Piru.
Where was 151 located?
Off of Compton Boulevard.
So that's
before you get to Wilmington going eastbound, before you hit the Wilmington, and between Central and Wilmington off of Compton Boulevard. SG was running that set over there.
With all these different branches of Pirus and Bloods, who was your first ally that you formed an alliance with?
Ludus Park and 151. I mean, it was like a simultaneous like type thing, man. It's like, you know, Ludus Park hit the scene on the east side of Compton, 151, Fruittown. You know, that was basically, you know, the Compton Pirus, man.
How about Athens Park?
Athens Park was like, they're not in Compton.
What about, when did you first hear Athens Park becoming Bloods, or have you ever heard of them being Pirus?
I heard of them being Bloods. I never heard of them being Piru, but it was Athens Park Bloods, you know.
Is Jarvis Street?
Jarvis was Piru Boys, they was Roo Boys, they was Jarvis Street Bloods, you know.
Was they tight with Athens Park?
They was like on the border of Athens Park, but they was more on the west side Piru, you know. They was down with the west side Piru too. And they can't leave Jarvis out. Jarvis played a big part on the west side, you know what I mean, as being the west side Piru.
Who ran Jarvis, or who started Jarvis, if you know?
I don't know exactly who started it, but I know it was a few cats over there that rest in peace, run DT, you know.
Tell me about that family gang you was talking about.
The family in Compton, it was always family, man. You know, over there for 134th and Central and Enterprise Park neighborhood. You know, they was always, man, they was called the family before gang banging even started, you know what I'm saying? When I leave my hood and I say, where you going? I'm gonna go over here to the family, you know what I mean? And then when the banging part started, they became family bloods, you know, family Pirus.
What about 135? When did they come in the picture?
They came in later, man. I think that was called like Centerview or something, 135. I know 134th. To myself, I don't have too much knowledge of when they came in the play, you know? They wasn't none of, I mean, you know, I'm talking like the main players in the early 70s, you know what I mean, 72 and 3.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going all the way back to beginning, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So look, there's a little debate going around. Did the Pirus form an alliance with the Bounty Hunters first or the Browns?
I'm not exactly which one went first with the bounty hunters. Well, bounty hunters, a lot of the hunters moved from the Nickersons to Piru Street, you know, back then. So they was always in alliance because they had family still over there. As far as the Brims are concerned, when myself, man, I was Brim affiliated when I was like 15 years old, man. You know, due to a stepbrother of mine. And I know them cats way back in the day, man, you know, and I'm still Brim affiliated. You know, original Park Boy, original Piru, Brim affiliated.
Out of Pirus, Brims, and Bounty Hunters, who do you remember frontlining against the Crips first?
Piru, man. Piru, man. We the first ones took a stance, man. You know what I mean? It seemed to me, man, everybody was scared, so everybody was jumping on the bandwagon, you know, want to be a Crip. The scariest motherfucker around want to be a Crip, you know what I'm saying? But it take big balls to be a blood to put on the red, you feel me? Niggas wasn't having it like that, nigga. It was like, you got like 5,000 Crips, nigga, and they coming, you know what I mean? I'm on your side, you feel me? Nah, but it wasn't like that. The real niggas stand up and do real shit, you know what I'm saying?
What was the Denver Lanes doing when all this was going on?
Denver Lanes was on board too, man. Denver Lanes, they was bloods, you know what I'm saying? When I was out there like that, man, everybody got along, man. If they wasn't, you know, the Denver Lanes, the Bishops, Miller Gangsters, you know, Bounty Hunters, Swans, Inglewood family, you know, Fruittown, Brims, Fruittown, Piru. And, you know, they was all on the same page in the 70s, you know what I mean? It's later when shit got raggedy, nigga, like in the late 80s.
Was it ever any one place that you guys all met up, partied or hung out or had meetings?
Yeah, well, myself, man, I hung out in LA, you know, and a lot of times we would have meetings sometime, you know what I mean, like on some of the events. We would always party. I grew up in LA party, man. They'd sell me with open arms and shit, you feel me? And a couple of times we had meetings when something was going down, say for instance like the Watts Festival or something, you know what I'm saying? Then because we was always outnumbered, so we united on that fact that, you know what I mean, all the blood gangs united on the fact that we were outnumbered by them. So the power comes in unity, so we unified, you know what I'm saying?
So did you guys go up there with intentions on fighting on Crips, or you just knew
At the Watts Festival?
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Our intention was to go up there and go up there and get down, you know what I'm saying? That was the intentions, was to go up there.
Mac, where they had Mac, where Tyrone had Mac up in the tree right there in front of the swimming pool. That tree's still there. Still there.
In the pen, all these motherfuckers that be having big names be soft as a motherfucker in the
Yeah.
pen. You know what I'm saying? And I've been recognized that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what blew me up. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, motherfucker, I get into a motherfucker, okay, we doing this. And motherfucker, man, we can't talk. This motherfucker,
talk.
what you mean? Nigga shit like that. You don't tell, no, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta leave the yard.